Mona, are American women okay?
I don't think so.
I don't think we're okay.
Me either.
I think we're oppressed.
Oh, we're definitely oppressed.
What do you think is the problem?
I don't think. I know.
Okay, what do you know is the problem?
The problem is men. Men are the problem. Male dominance, where it doesn't belong, is the problem.
Girl, yes, men are the problem. Girl, if we gonna talk about male dominance, we better get some coffee first.
Karen, can you make the coffee, please? Girl, male manipulation is at an all-time high.
I see that.
Let's start with men's feelings. Somebody told men their feelings matter.
So are you saying men's feelings don't matter?
Of course they matter. To them. And they matter to me sometimes. But I get to pick and choose what matters to me, right? Don't I?
It seems like these days you are not allowed to invalidate anyone's feelings. By force, we must acknowledge people's feelings, or else.
Or else what? Who said that? Feelings are the property and responsibility of the owner. It is the sole responsibility of the owner of the feelings to control and manage their own feelings. But what happens today, thanks to media and social conditioning, we allow other people's feelings and emotions to rule our lives and to oppress and suppress. It's nobody's job to do anything with someone's feelings. What I or anyone else does with your feelings is completely voluntary. That means I can acknowledge or not. It's my choice, and I cannot validate or invalidate anyone's feelings. I don't have a stamp of validation. What happens is people feel a certain way and expect you to respond a certain way to those feelings. If you don't, there are negative consequences. This is called control and manipulation. That's what that's called. And lack of accountability on the part of the feeler. People are not even considering that their feelings, if expressed or acted upon in the wrong way, can actually be harmful to others.
Exactly. And how are your feelings supposed to be valid when the thoughts you use to conjure up those feelings ain't even valid? People could think the most unhinged, untruthful, even harmful thoughts that produce the feelings they expect you to validate. Bullshit. In order for me to trust your feelings, I need to first trust your thoughts. And feelings are temporary. Sometimes they only last seconds. Your feelings ain't running nor ruining my life. There's this whole American culture of expressing your feelings. I think feelings should be kept to yourself. Everybody doesn't need to know how you feel about something, nor do they care. Keep them harmful ass feelings to yourself.
Ooh, that's a good one. Keep them harmful ass feelings away from me. I'm gonna start using that. One thing I can't stand is some harmful ass feelings supported by some shaky ass thoughts. Can't trust none of it. Keep them harmful ass feelings away from me.
I know, right? I'm going to start telling people, watch how you feel around me. Our people stay saying, watch how you talk to me, but that's a given. I'm going to add, watch how you feel around me. I don't want them negative energy ass feelings nowhere in my vicinity. Okay, Mona, let's practice how we gonna respond to emotional manipulation and oppressive feelings from now on. Let me start. That's my truth. That's how I feel, and my feelings are valid.
Fuck your feelings.
What? No, Mona, you can't say that. Okay, Mona, did we get sidetracked? We started off saying women in America are not okay. We are not okay. And then we started talking about male manipulation and men oppressing us with their feelings. Where are we going with all of this? What we talking about? What we saying?
Okay, let me get back on track. What I'm saying is, men have been manipulating us out of our sex for years. And now they want to manipulate us out of our status and position in society. They want status and privilege they did not earn and do not deserve. They trying to trick us out our spot, if that makes sense.
Makes sense.
I'm saying whatever privilege women have in society, they deserve it. We deserve it. Whatever being a woman affords us and allows us, we should have that because it's hard being a woman. And wherever it is easy, we deserve that easy. We deserve it to balance out the pain and suffering we endure at the hands of men. And just life. Whatever privilege or protective status or princess treatment we get or can get, we need it. We deserve it. And we should have it exclusively. And men should mind their own business and not intrude upon that.
I know what you're getting at. I know where you are going with this. You are saying males can't be females. Let's talk about it.
I'm saying males cannot be females, and therefore men can't be women.
Why the distinction?
Because they're using language and your lack of understanding to play in your face.
How so?
Because male and female are biological categories, and it is impossible to make a biological male a biological female. But man and woman are social titles, and social status can be decided by people. So that's the space they use to play in our faces.
Right. So what happens in America is men can be women because gender is social, not biological. Race and gender are purely socially constructed, synthetic, and man-made.
Yes, definitely socially constructed, definitely synthetic, and definitely man-made. So if it was constructed, that means it can be deconstructed. It also means it should not be forced and should not harm anyone. Yet it's harmful to women. But nobody cares.
You know what I love about countries like the UAE? They protect and respect women. They provide spaces for women to be free in society without the male gaze, aggression, and sexual advancements. And they also provide spaces for women to interact freely with men if they want. Women get to choose how they interact with men. And no matter how modern they become, they will always preserve and protect their women. And I say this because this adds some contrast to the American way of let's blur the lines and let's all be women if we want. The contrast shows this is not biology, it is sociology. And why are we being forced to socialize in this way? You know, as women, when we let men into our spaces, they disrupt them because we're not the same. We don't think the same. We don't behave the same. And we don't want the same things. We already suffer enough from letting men in our spaces as outsiders. Now, what's going to happen when they come into our spaces as insiders?
See, that's the trick. America wants to tell you men and women are equal. We're not equal. Sorry, we are not equal. We have higher sexual value in society than men. We have something we need to protect, guard, and keep away from men. Just ask any father of a teenage daughter, what is his biggest fear? What are fathers protecting their daughters from? I'm saying males can't be females and therefore men can't be women. And America is saying males can't be females, but men can be women.
They found a loophole.
Sure did.
Biology versus sociology.
Yup.
So what biology versus sociology means for a male is I cannot be a female, but I can act and interact like one in public.
And that's a problem. The act part isn't the problem. Wear what you want. Makeup how you want. Hair done, nails done, everything did. Nobody should have a problem with what someone else is doing unless it harms someone else. And that is where we must draw the line. The interact is the problem. Because this is being forced onto American women. Forced.
Ooh, that's a good point. It's not the act, but the interact. That's the problem. Because deep down, we all know it's an act. But don't nobody want to say nothing because they scared. But we all know it's true. Act how you want, but you don't get to interact how you want because now this involves other people, and women should have a say-so, especially when their privacy, health, and safety are at risk.
This is where men's feelings become oppressive. They get to rob us of our social status. What little privilege we have, they get to steal it if they feel like it, just because they feel like it.
Come over here and feel this endometriosis, these uterine fibroids, and these ovarian cysts. Since you feel like a woman, come over here and feel these menstrual cramps every month and make it retroactive from age 13.
And while feeling those menstrual cramps every month, make sure you feel the bloating, migraines, mood swings, anxiety, crying spells, depression, brain fog, and confusion that come along with them.
Oh, and make sure you feel the embarrassment of blood-stained pants in front of all of your classmates at school. Don't forget to feel that.
And remember to feel the water retention, acne flare-ups, hair shedding, and face puffiness.
Remember to pass a few blood clots while you're at it.
Oh, yes, indeed. How can a man feel like a woman without passing a few blood clots?
And that's just the monthly period. If men in America really want to feel like women, they should feel what it's like to be pregnant and carry a child for 10 months.
Ooh, yeah, they definitely gotta feel that. That's a different kind of cramping, dizziness, and clumsiness, accompanied by nausea, vomiting, food cravings, food aversions, weight gain, sore breasts, sensitive nipples, skin pigmentation problems, stretch marks, pelvic pressure, edema, heartburn, preeclampsia, gestational diabetes, infections.
And we didn't even touch on labor and delivery, breastfeeding, postpartum depression, and postpartum psychosis.
Girl, men could never.
And when men say they feel like women, does that mean they feel that ovarian cancer, uterine cancer, cervical cancer, breast cancer women suffer from? Do they feel that?
Girl, men could never.
I want to go back to something you said earlier. You said something very important.
Absolutely.
You said letting men into our private spaces is harmful to our health and safety.
Yes, absolutely.
According to the FBI Bureau of Justice Statistics, 95% of murders in the United States are committed by males. Approximately 95% of sex offenders in the U.S. are male. 98% of rape cases are committed by males. 95% of pedophilic offenses in the U.S. are committed by males. Approximately 99% of all sexual abuse against animals are committed by males. 90% of robberies are committed by males. Males are responsible for 95% of all carjackings. Males are responsible for 90% or more of all arson, kidnappings, drug trafficking, and hate crimes in the U.S. And 98% of all terrorism and mass violence in the U.S. are committed by males. What does that tell you?
That tells me I don't want to be forced in bathrooms, changing rooms, or any private spaces with males. And I don't want children in private spaces with grown males either.
Does anyone care about our feelings? Does society care how we feel? Hell, do we even care how we feel? Because it seems like everyone is afraid to say something.
Yeah, we are afraid because the males will attack us if we say something.
Yeah, because they aggressive. We already established that.
Well, let's say how we feel. Freely, openly, and without fear. When males say they want to be women, I actually feel like that's not my business, and I don't really want to know about it. Unless it's someone I know and love, I only want to know on a need-to-know basis.
I know, right? I feel the same way. It's not my business.
But I feel oppressed, unsafe, unprotected, confused, vulnerable, stepped on, and in harm's way when I am forced to interact with adult males in a way that violates my privacy or in ways that are unhealthy for children.
I feel all of those things too. In addition to those feelings, I feel underappreciated and undervalued. I also feel like women who have survived breast cancer, suffered miscarriages, experienced postpartum depression, given birth, and simply deal with the monthly ups and downs of being female deserve a certain level of respect and recognition. I think in addition to women being unsafe, they're being made mockery of and being mentally and emotionally abused. The only criteria for being a woman in this new society that is forming is feeling. We started off saying feelings don't matter, and now we all up in our feelings.
We did. We are. Feelings matter when you've done something to hurt someone's feelings intentionally. Feelings matter when they are not being used to harm, manipulate, and oppress. Everything has a context, and in this context, if men's feelings can make them women, then our feelings matter just as much. If feelings determine gender, then feelings must determine all social status.
Yeah, true. If feelings determine gender, feelings must determine all social status. They open the door. Let's walk through it.
Bet. Okay, it's time for the question of the week. Let me find it. Okay, found it. What if women knew their value?
Ooh, great question, Mona. What I know for sure and for certain is if women, meaning females, knew their value. If women knew their value, there would be zero casual sex. Casual sex wouldn't exist.
Oh, for sure, without question.
Men and women just don't have the same sexual value, and you touched on that earlier. Trying to lie about everything being equal just messes everything up. And by everything, I mean women. In general, before Western society gets hold of us, we generally value our bodies more than men. If you notice, men are often trying to talk us into sex or talk us out of some sex. Two consenting adult shit is a scam.
True. It's simple mathematics. Every time a man sleeps with a woman, it's a plus for him. And every time a woman sleeps with a man, it's a minus for her. She adds to him, he subtracts from her. This is why men brag about it and women hide it. There is only one context in which a man does not decrease a woman's value: marriage. Marriage is the only time sleeping with a man does not subtract from your value. Casual sex is always a minus in every situation, under every circumstance, in every context in Western society. A man is a minus for her, and she is a plus for him. Just think about it. This is why men degrade, insult, and call women hoes and whores when they've had too many men. Because they know they do nothing but subtract from her value when they lay down with her.
Well said. And you know what else? You know the sign a woman doesn't know her value? A telltale sign of a woman who doesn't know her value is a woman who wants to be like a man. When she says, "Why can men sleep around but we can't?" or she mentions double standards in a negative way, I immediately know she doesn't know her worth.
I think if women knew their value, they would cry less, they would suffer less. They'd save themselves from so much pain and suffering and learning lessons the hard way. Women would be so selective about their sexual partners and experience so much less heartbreak and humiliation. They would also stay younger longer and more beautiful. Men use up your youth and your body and make you ugly if you're not careful.
Bottom line, if women knew their value, they would keep their sex to themselves. They wouldn't give it out. They wouldn't share it.
That's how we should look at sex. We should look at it like sharing. If we understood it as sharing, that would help us value ourselves properly.
Exactly. If sleeping with a man, you are sharing your body with him. But men don't really see it that way. And that's another reason why casual sex is not an equal exchange.
Oh, casual sex definitely ain't no equal exchange.
Yeah, if my intention is different than your intention, if my understanding of this situation is different than your understanding, or if you are predator and I'm prey, that is not an equal exchange.
Did you say predator and prey?
Yeah, predator and prey, because men are the dominant of the sexes. Predator and prey can never be equal. So if he has a predator mindset, it can never be an equal exchange.
Predator and prey is crazy.
Let's go back to sharing for a minute. Would you give a man half?
What you mean, half?
You know, as in half of everything you own, half of your assets, half of your businesses, half of your properties. Add in your jewelry, gold and silver bars, etc. Include all of your investments, half of your net worth. Would you give it to a man?
Girl, hell no.
Wait, so you wouldn't give a man you are casually dating half of everything you own?
Come on, Ruby. Be for real.
Okay. What if you were dating for a year and it's serious and exclusive? Then could you give him half of everything you own?
No. I ain't giving no man I'm just dating half of everything I own. Ain't happening.
Fiance. Would you give your fiance half if y'all are engaged to be married?
Nope.
Husband? Can your husband get half?
Ruby, no.
Okay, surely if it's your husband and y'all got kids and he is the father of all your kids and...
Ruby, I'm not giving no man half of everything I own. Half of my cars, properties, jewelry, and businesses? Hard no.
I think most women would say no. So if women wouldn't give a man half of everything they own, then why do they give them the one thing they have that is more valuable than everything they own combined? You are the most valuable thing you got. You shouldn't be sharing it with any man just casually. That means
you don't know your value. If you lock your car, lock your house, hide your valuables, bank your money, but give away your cooch, you crazy.
I think many women are starting to realize their own value. And now they start selling cooch instead of giving cooch.
Oh, hell nah. I don't know what's worse. Okay, Ruby, you know what time it is. What is your WTF for this week?
My WTF this week is that Atomic Fireball Challenge. That was crazy.
That was fun.
So fun. But it got a little weird and what the fuck? So we send Karen to the bodega to buy some atomic fireballs. She brings back the fireballs.
Karen bought a tub of like 240 atomic fireballs.
So we tasting these jawbreakers, right? I'm tasting mine. Mona's tasting hers.
And yeah, they were spicy and messy as shit.
Then shit starts to go left. All of a sudden, this chick shows up out of nowhere in the middle of our scenes.
And we like, who the f*** is this?
Then we realize that's Mona gone wrong.
AI be doing us dirty.
So the AI generator out of nowhere turns Mona into some random chick, then turns her into Kim Kardashian.
And we like, where the f*** did she come from?
I can't make this shit up. So after playing with Mona, the AI generator starts playing with me.
They had Ruby looking crazy.
First, the AI generator makes me start stuffing my face with these oversized jawbreakers. Then it changed my hair color. Then they fixed my hair color, but changed the style.
This is all mid-scene, by the way.
Then just because we said the jawbreakers were spicy, the AI generator decides to make the jawbreakers smoke. I was done when they burnt my face.
Then the AI generator turned you into a whole white lady. Girl, your face.
I know, right? People have no idea what goes on behind the scenes.
I know, right? AI be doing us dirty.
Needless to say, we didn't get enough footage for a proper jawbreaker mukbang. And on that note, Y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe, and let's keep it going. See y'all next episode.